Hello and welcome to this video. This is a maintenance and cleaning video. Will you leave my carpet alone, Bunny? Little pest. For all you pet owners. I'm going to kill you. Right. We have a Vax ECGL V1B1 model, and I was using it and I'm losing suction because the float, the red airflow float there, was rising up the tunnel, up the tube even, and just cutting off the flow rate prematurely without any water in it. And I discovered that it's too light for the motor power, the airflow, whatever you want to call it. But I've filled the, don't know if you can see the water here. That's it. Filled the base bucket, that is the wastewater bucket, to the maximum capacity of what the max lines, the max fill lines on here. I just basically filled it to that and poured it into there to demonstrate that floating suction cut off. Let me just turn that down again. Mechanism. And I found a flat plumbing rubber washer. I think that's like 46 mil diameter. And you can put it, basically, turn it upside down. If you put it in the centre ring there, it will fit in there snugly, and it will add slight amount of weight to this floating airflow stop, and it gives you a bit more of an overhead for sucking the water up out of the carpet before it's all drained through to the base layer. I still think it needs to be a little bit more heavier, but it's not my machine to be messing about with that much. So all I did was make it usable for me. Let me just put that on there. And that's overflowing, but you're never going to get that amount of water back out of your carpet. So what you can see is that flow is now fully to the stop flow position, and that is exactly the amount of water that's come out of that top container. So in theory, that's how it works. And what I'll do is I'll take this off, and because it's not just governed by the float, it's governed by the airflow rate. This gets sucked up the tube really quickly and you can't use it. If you hit a tuft of a different carpet or a rug at an odd angle, it will just cut it off, and you have to turn it off every 5 seconds to get it to work again. Just push it in there, push it down, and if we remember when I took it off, it was right to the top. Right. That is now in there, slightly floating up in the middle because it's slightly oversized, which helps it grip the side shaft so it don't fall back down, which is helpful. And then put it back in there. We may have lost a little bit of water from the last time round, but as you can see, it's still sitting at the top. So it's not dropped it. So there's no danger of the airflow sucking water through, up, round there, and then down through the main tube, back down, which is the motor hole, which is that one there. That one. I had to, I cleaned it with a piece of tissue, and then I had to get in there to get a bit of tissue out because it fell to bits. So I got all that out of there. And what you got here, you got the front suction, which is the square hole up, which is, take that off again, which is that hole on there, straight up through the middle of the bucket where the water comes through, and then it sprays it in an arc up, and then you can see it all coming down the front, and then it fills the bottom pot, and eventually the airflow goes back around this top and down through the main tube where you don't want water to go. What else was I going to add? That's the gist of it. But let's have a look at the manual just to see what the actual wording of the bits and pieces was. 17. Why won't the carpet washer pick up? Yep, and that is your filter sock that goes over that down aperture to stop debris and sticks and bits going back up into the motor area. The float in the dirty water tank may have been activated. Empty the dirty water tank and wait for the float to settle before restarting your carpet washer. Yeah, every 5 seconds. The hose connect blah blah is not correctly closed. Yeah, forget that. Not be fitted correctly. Blah blah blah. Check the nozzle blockages. Blah blah blah. Nowhere in this manual does it say your float is too light for the suction of your machine. So you've got to be an engineer and a fully qualified know nothing to backwards engineer your way out of the problem that they didn't product test. And that is a smart ass remark. Thank you for watching. That's a tip on remedying suction cut-off for any carpet cleaner. Let's put that down. Right, and what you got on the front of this particular model, you've got deep clean and quick clean. If you put it in quick clean, it dumps less water into your carpet than the deep clean. The deep clean opens up the water flow. But when you're using the machine, as long as you're not pushing the trigger at the top, when you're dragging it over a carpet area that's you think's wet and you want water to come up, if you're not seeing the water come up through here and be sprayed through the front of here, you're not picking up any more water. You're not going to. So it doesn't matter how much, if you put it on quick clean or deep clean, if you go over and over and over it and the water's not coming up, you can't visually see it, then you're not going to get any more water out of your carpet. And you might as well just keep it on deep clean. And that's it. And I've made this too long. Thanks for watching. They are some tips on carpet cleaning and cleaner maintenance. Goodbye.